Hey guys, welcome back again. Anyway, last episode we got into pretty much finishing up the frame. Now we're going to get into some more metal work, some sheet metal work, and hopefully get that done. And then from there, I still need to test fit the wheel since I've already welded the frame up completely. Hope it fits. Other than that, we'll have the battery tray to get started on and just really do some finishing touches to it and make sure everything's working. May have to go get some other tubing. I did get some 1.25 inch square tubing, but I don't think that's going to be thick enough because I want the battery to kind of sit down inside of it. I need the square tubing to be big enough to stick the board on top, so which we have to make that too. All right, well, I guess let's get to it. Enough talking. Hope you guys enjoyed the last video. I know it was kind of long. I don't know if you guys like the long ones or the short ones or however you want me to do it, but whatever. Let's go. All right, so since we left off finishing the dimple die plates for the side, I still need to do a little bit more trimming on that. Then we can get it on the frame. Probably just tack weld it on for now. I have a few more braces that I want to build. And then test fit the wheel. So I guess we can kind of get going from there. That should be about it. Get that done. Let's go. Alright, so I had a little bit of a lip here. I've already marked where I want that to go. I still need a brace from here to here, so I gotta make sure I got room for that. And I would like to drill a hole inside the frame to put a post in there so that it's inside and then it can come out and grab these. So we may need to move these up a little bit, maybe to there. It'd be kind of cool having it close to anyway. Yeah, so I did already mark it where I want to cut them. So I'm going to do that and then I'll trace it over to the other side. It's just not, it was too rounded. So I gotta do that. I think I'll do right clamp. Let's do one at a time. There we go. Now I can put them together. You can see how much I scribed down there. I guess you can see that. I don't know. So I'm going to do the other side. And that didn't work at all. You know, the trusty marker. Put these on, mess up your ear holes. So the whole time I'm sitting here talking to you guys and I have the GoPro set on time lapse. So here's what I was looking at. Looking pretty good. It's pretty hot, but I think we'll be okay. It's looking good, looking cool. I'm digging that. Should have plenty of room to run a post down in there. Alright, start welding up the other one here. See how that turns out. This one came out really good. So they hit that back one, see how that goes. Quick tackaroos. So that'll be great. I think that's gonna work out really good. I'll flip it over and get the bottom later. I really just wanted to get that in there, tacked on, so that I knew right where I needed to be. Next, I need to get this stuff off because it's really, really hot in here. I swear it's like 100 degrees in this shop right now. Florida's having like some kind of weird heat wave thing going on, so get this off. Whew. Anyway, so that's done. Start working. I think I'll let that cool down a little bit, and then I think I'm going to start working on the bottom plates. And then I think I'm going to put the wheel on, because I need to see if this is going to work with the wheel on there. And then I can figure out where I'm going to put my next support brace that's going to go on the inside. I want to drill a hole directly into the seat post area. So we'll see what that does. And kind of go from there, guys. So just keep following along. Real quick, guys, I wanted to give you kind of a sneak peek of what I want to do. So this is brass, a sheet. I won't need a lot of it, but it's going to sit back there like that, as you can see. So I'll cut that out just to sit back in there, and it'll bolt in. And I think it's going to look pretty cool. Maybe. I may not do it. I don't know yet, because I'm still unsure of what color it's going to be. So I don't know if the brass is even going to work, but like, I love my mixed metals. I love putting aluminums and brasses and stainless and all that stuff together. So we'll see. Because I could run some little brass screws there to hold it in place so that it can be removable, but if it looks stupid from the other side, then it's pointless. So we'll see. It may look kind of cool just leaving it open, because I'm going to probably do some devil dies like this on the battery tray once I get to that point. Don't really know yet, guys. So we'll see. I'm going to kind of like I said, shooting it from the hip, trying to figure out what we're doing as we're doing it. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do these posts here. So I got the center posts. I want to put something right down in there. Sorry if I can get you guys put down. There we go. Okay. I kind of want to do something, down here, and then have something inside of there just for extra support. I may still do something here and here. I got a little bit of room. I wanted more room than that, but that's okay. Doesn't need to be anything crazy. The wheel holds it together here. I'm just, like I said, I'm worried about the torque of the wheel pulling this way, so I don't want this to be my only support area. So I mean, I may even add some gussets down here and down here. I don't know yet. I might do something cool there. I don't know, but I've got plenty of metal to play with, so I think I'm gonna notch these and then figure out where I want my holes here, drill those out, 1-inch holes, and then that way I can weld that in there. I think I should have did this before I welded these plates in, but kind of gives me an idea. And that's the bottom. So you figure hit in between, which is right. Give the old eyeball, eagle eye there. I think even if it's off just a little bit, it won't really matter. You're not going to notice it. The tire's going to cover it anyway. But I do definitely want to go ahead and get those put in there, because I need that support. So I think if I drill it out there and then drill it out there, and then I can run those tubes in. One can come off of here, one can come off of there. I think that's going to help a lot. Alright, I got it. Went ahead and added a little hole there. So we're going to see if I can drill this out somehow. I don't know if I can get this in there. There we go. Alright, this might be a bad idea. We'll see. Okay. I think I need to take, let's see if I flip this out of here. Should have did this before I did all the legs, but oh well. What do I know? Woo! I can feel it. There it is. Yes, I'll take that. So you can see, we got that hole now, and that'll allow me to add a brace inside the frame, maybe. You get the idea. I'm gonna figure out how far this needs to be first. So once we get this in place, that's when we'll add this. And I'm just going to notch the end, get as much of it in there that I can, and we'll kind of go from there. Alright, something. So to figure out where I want my tube. And then we'll figure out where the next notch will be. This is kind of a cheater way to do it. You know you need to be in the center of these two. So there to there, there to there, and then I will know that I'm on top, so I know I've got to be in here, and I'd rather cut it a little bit too long than cut it too short, because then I've just tossed a piece. Alright, I've got both tubes notched. I need to clean them up. Let's clean this one up real quick. Just fit it. Right. Now we're gonna put my other tube. Anyway. So that's where I was talking about cutting it a little bit. Cutting it a little bit longer just to make sure, just like I said, this is too long. It doesn't want to fit in here, and that's okay. I could probably loosen up here a little. Oop, gonna have to trim it just a little bit. Alright, so a little bit of banging, I got it in there. But that's where you can see support tube. Again, I need to put the wheel on to make sure that, because I did run that wheel pretty close to this area down here, not up here though. But I don't have a whole lot of room because of the gusset, so that's going to be real close. But I want to put the wheel on, see where we are. I did give myself a little bit more clearance room there. So let's put the wheel on. And see, I'm going to say that again. We're going to make it a drinking game. Every time I say let's put the wheel on, you guys have to drink. Put the wheel on. Oh, holy mother. I gotta start working out more, guys. Alright. We are way up there. A fat tire. This up. It can only go on a certain way. So there's that. She's in. There's plenty of room away. I'm glad that I waited. Didn't go welding that on because I had to spread that apart a little bit, but that is where I need it. Looking good. There's your right height. Move this up here before I bend this thing. That's all I need is a bend to bracket. That's pretty cool. She looks neat. A lot of work. But let's see what that seat looks like. I'll put the seat on. I don't know, man. What do you guys think? You think she needs a fender? What do you think? Let me know. Should I do one of those half fenders? Keep your butt from getting all dirty. If I can mount it, I'll have room. Yep. So we just got to tighten this down. The wheel actually looks like the wheel could come up a little bit more. I had the brackets in the way, so the wheel can actually move up a smidge more. And then I'm going to make something that will lock into this and wrap around here. So if the wheel ever tried to come off, it would catch. So I'll make something like that later on. I'm digging it, guys. Looks good. Hope you're liking it. Alright, so I made the little nub there. So we're going to have to see if that will hold or not. It's got, you know, I'm going to pound that in there. I'm not even showing you guys here. Sorry, English, can't talk today. Going to run this inside there. It'll go in there further, and then I'll push that back before I weld it all in. But the wheel's on and tight, so we should be just fine. So I got it to where I need it to be. So now I had to end up taking the wheel off because I could not get it in the hole. So I got this one on. I'm going to put the wheel back on so that I can tack these in place. I like to have the wheel on so that it's not going to squeeze it past where it can go. So that'll work. That's where I need it. That'll give me that, that'll allow that support to get welded on. So I'm going to do that real quick. And I think I'm going to call it a night. It was a pretty good day. And I worked all day today, so this is my second gig, and I'm already worn out. I'm breathing all heavy and gained too much weight on vacation. Alright, I'm going to finish the rest of that up. I may even get these on there. So we'll come back to that in a minute. Alright, I kind of want to tack these from the bottom. Because I didn't want to show the weld on here. So I think if I can get these like this. I don't remember which side is what side. That's over here. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, if I can get this here, just get a nice tack. Feels different. That's weird. I dropped them on the floor. Now I got to figure out which side I went to where. I'm pretty sure this is it. That goes there. Nope, there it is. There we go. Okay, we got it. So if I can tack it under here. And I'm not messing around here. Just gonna mess around and find out. Just want it to be level. There we go. Alright, so those are tacked in place. I'll flip it over and weld it on later. But yeah, now I'm going to call it a night. That's what I said. See y'all tomorrow. Alright guys, it is a new day and some lights in here. I think what we're gonna try to do is let's get the frame off the jig on the ground, maybe even put a fork on it and kind of see where I'm at there. I don't have a rim for it, so I'll just use what I have for now. So if we can get that off, that 300-pound back wheel, but if I can get it off, get it on the fork and see roughly where I want to be, then that way I know what all I need to do. I really need to send the hoop to powder coat before I even put it together, so hopefully the wheel that I'm going to use will give me about the same height. It's just a standard regular 26-inch wheel. So let's get this off the stand and get back to it. Not bad at all. Handlebars here. Be able to sit here. Yeah, it's gonna get good ride. Kind of like that. Yeah. We'll see. Alright, let's put this. Heavy. I hope it doesn't ride that high. Alright, we need a headset. Good length. I got a foot under it. That way, at least there's about a foot clearance. That way, if I have to go over anything or that I don't hit a curb dead on while I'm going 30 miles an hour. Get working on this headset. Still might need to, I don't think I clearanced it yet. Alright, headset is on. I didn't bore you guys with that again. I'm cleaning up this bearing race. I noticed the fork doesn't have one. I've had this thing laying around for years. It's all rusty. So I hope this will work because the fork needs somewhere for the bearing to sit. So we're gonna find out if that's even gonna work or not. Alright. We got our fork. This will slide down like so. And we'll work on our bearings. So I may not, yeah. This would be like that. So this has got to slide. May have to make some room for this to slide over this. Should actually just do it. See if I can press this on. Because if I can, that will be better. See if I can. Let's see if I can press this. I don't know if it'll work, but we'll try. There it goes. Yeah. Okay. I just need something wide enough to push this down. So let's see what I have. Perfect. Some tubing. Okay, sorry about that. Got this tubing here. We'll see if this will let us press it all the way down. So we'll put that like that. Yeah, buddy. Whew. All right. So there you go. Now you can see the bearing race, I guess they're called, will fit on there. Now that'll slide onto the actual fork itself. Alright, so put you guys back where you can see. Grab the old forky here. There we go. That's actually a nice tight fit now. To go down. No, it doesn't want to go all the way down, so I may have to grind out that a little bit. Weird, because it was just fine. Try this too. Everything is super rusty for some reason in my shop. It's like this time of year, it gets so hot here, and I don't know if it's super humid or what, but everything's got rust on it. Did it last year too. So this tube is the same height all the way. So I shouldn't be having an issue here. Other than hammering or pressing that on, it squeezed it a little bit. No big. Do this. Just give it a clean out. Should be a trick. We will see. Scared to try to press it down and then end up getting it stuck. I feel like I gotta cut more out of it. So yeah, I think I'll grind a little bit more out of the race and see if that will do the trick. Alright, I got it on there. She's on, just had to get it past this area. So now we will take a plastic piece. I'm not going to lube up the bearings or grease them up because this is just for testing. Wheel. maybe going to a triple tree instead. That would suck. I didn't know if this would work. I didn't set the frame up to make sure that it would, so it may or may not. So that's as far down. Yeah, so that's bad. Kind of stinks, but yeah. So what's going to happen now is I'm going to have to order a triple tree because this is not going to work. That kind of stinks. I got this fork super cheap where I wouldn't even be using it anyway. The guy that actually makes these forks I'm not a fan of, but because I got it pretty cheap, it's the only reason I even bothered trying to use it. So that's okay, not a big deal. Just kind of stinks because I wanted to be able to, thought maybe I could use it, but oh well. Put it up for sale or something and get rid of it. Alright, so that doesn't necessarily put us entirely on hold. I am going to have to order another fork. That fork's not going to work. I'll just order a regular triple tree, which is fine by me because I didn't want, the only thing I was worried about with that Springer is when you're standing on it, it's going to bounce. So, going to lose that part, no big deal. I'll order another triple tree next week. I still got plenty to do. Still need to get it on the ground, get the battery tray sorted. What am I going to do there? I got to do brakes on this thing. It's going to do a back rotor, so I'm going to need to probably build my own bracket for the, English word for brakes, caliper. Yeah. So, got to do the caliper. Just kind of stinks. I wanted to kind of see how it was, if there was any flex in it, how it felt. But it goes on. So, take off the back wheel again. Probably finish weld the bottom piece, set it down on the ground and get it ready to start working on the battery tray. Alright, I think I'm going to get this all finished welded. I need to finish weld the bottom tanks there and there. I need to weld up the plates. I need to weld under here. So I at least have that I can do until I get onto something else, or I get another fork, or whatever it is I figure out I'm going to do. Alright, with that being done, really don't have other than starting on the sides. don't got a ton of stuff I can do because I really needed that fork. But I already know the battery tray part is probably going to be the most complicated for me, so I have an idea on what I'm going to do. I actually already went ahead and I bent up the tubing, so my idea is to cut and notch them so that they'll sit something like on there. I don't know if you guys can see that, but they'll sit here. I might even tie them into that, so it'll be here to here. I should tie it, like notch them so they'll tie onto that 1 inch. That might be kind of weird, but I don't know, we'll see. Go ahead and get it off the jig, put it on the floor so it can lay flat, because I'm going to need a flatter surface. I can't do it up here on the jig. There's just no way for me to do it up here because the way I built this jig, the way it's locked down, that's in the way. So we'll get it on the floor and then start seeing exactly what I need to do from there. So I got an idea, like I said, how I'm going to do this. I've already kind of drew out where I want my notches. So the idea here is, and this will be a more complicated thing to do because I need to notch it such a long way. So I'll come in with the cutoff wheel and get some more of this off so I can move my notcher a little bit more to at an angle. I'll have to come in from this way and then get it, and then it should fit right in there. And then I'll cut it from here, and then hopefully that'll also connect to those back legs. That's the idea, but I'm trying to make 1.5 inch connect to 1 inch. So I may have to do some gap filling. But we can fill gaps around here because we're not professional welders. I think that'll work, because once this is laid on top of here and I do the other side, the battery, I'm going to lay a metal plate across it. That metal plate's going to come all the way across there to give it some more strength. The battery will lay down, and then we're going to do the square tubing on top of it. And then, like I said, I don't know that inch. I may have to go get 2-inch square tubing in order for it to clear the battery and then be able to put a board, because I'll have a piece of wood that I'm going to make on top of this. So all we can do is waste some metal to see what happens. Cut this up, grind it down, and see if it'll work. Let's get her. Let's go. Let's let her eat. As you can see, I needed to come down. I need this notch to almost be down to here in order to get that angle. So, and we're not even close, but I can get to that with the grinder, but I'm going to try not to if I don't have to. Let's see where we're at right now. Alright, there we go. So yeah, so I need a lot more. Not as much as I thought though. But the top's perfect. This one definitely needs to be moved more in order to get that to work. But it's coming together. And just like that, it's clean. Okay. I'm gonna get working on these. Hopefully they're close. They are. I'm gonna get a piece of straight pipe. And this will give me an idea. As you can see right here, I guess you can, if you can't see, it's not straight. It needs to be like that. So grinding that down a little bit more. This one's the same way. So we're just going to get in here, grind this out. The rest of it looks pretty good. Get that really coked here. The top's fine, and it should work. We'll see. I'm going to turn you guys off for this because I don't want to put you on time lapse so that you can watch me grind. I think I got it. Got both coked. Got an equal amount of distance between each tube. Or an inch there. Got an inch there. I'm not going to use this, but it'll sit just like that. So that should give me plenty of room. It's sitting exactly where I want it to. That's where the metal will sit. I may have screwed up, I'm not sure yet, because I do need to put the square tubing somewhere, and the battery isn't going to lay. That's okay, I got this. I think I know what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to sheet metal the sides, put the battery down in there, and then put the sheet metal here, and then make the sheet metal strong enough so that I can stand on it. I'll put two square here, square here. Battery lays down, I'll sheet metal the sides, battery lays in. I think that's going to work. So yeah, I won't be able to fully do it, but I'll take this piece here. That'll go there. This will go here. And then, just for reference, battery will sit there. And then I can run, and I think that'll work. I'll run the metal, a sheet up, square tube, block it off. I think that's going to work great. And this actually should help support some of this to make it even stronger. I'm going to line this up, figure out exactly where I need it to be. I need to find something too to keep this. How do I do it? I need something a little thinner. Let's see that. I need it to be even. That's not doing it. Need something. There we go, saving my round circle scraps. Maybe I can go under here. There we go. And that'll let me know how to get up underneath there. That's what I want. Metal in my hand. So that'll lay there. Yeah, that'd be good. Get that on there. Be fine. And I'm hoping I can tie it in back here. So we'll have to see after I cut these where I want them cut. I don't want to notch them around this round tube here. So if I do here, there's your round tube, here's your center. So if I do it like that and just make sure that I hit that bit on, and I'll match this one. Put the 1 inch dies in there, the 1 inch cut hole saw, run that through see where it needs to be, and then I can cap off the ends. It actually might not be much. I might be able to hammer that down kind of flat and then weld that on, and that'll give it some nice structure. It'll actually tie this whole area in together, and I think it'll eliminate any kind of bounce I might have. So yeah, but I think we're gonna call it a night today. Tomorrow's Father's Day, and I am gonna go enjoy some time with the family, and I'm excited about that. So we'll get back on this Monday. I'll try to order the fork next week. So by the time you guys are seeing this video, I still won't have a fork yet. Just make it a little bit longer. Well, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Hey guys, we are back. It's another day. Hope everyone had an amazing Father's Day. Took the weekend to just chill out. So I'm gonna get back on it. We left off, I think, at the tray. So let's knock out this battery tray somewhat. I did go ahead and order a new fork. Hopefully that'll be here in a week or so. Probably not in time for this video, so we won't be able to get it into a full roller. Oh well, let's get started. Go off of the end here that's going to connect to the tube. Give me the best idea. You can see kind of what I'm doing. I can grind this back because it doesn't need to be all that. So do a quick grind back here. So my hope is that when I slide it through the bar, I'll be able to either hammer or smush this down so that it can weld and give me a little bit more support. So we'll see what it does. Alright. So like I said, my hope is that it'll lay here, just like that. Yes. Exactly what it needed. So now it's just to make sure that the tray sits correctly. We'll find the tray. Here it is. So the battery tray will sit on the outside. That'll sit there and there. The battery tray will sit in here somewhere. I'll have a metal plate going across. Around, we just need to make sure we're away like I need to be. So I'm going to do the other one real quick, and then we'll see how it turns out from there. Alright, so I grabbed the actual battery itself so I can see exactly how wide. And it looks like we're going to need to run it at least back to here. And then the plate's going to come up here. I wanted to run it farther forward, but it's a little bit longer than I thought. I was kind of going off of this, which that's only half the tray. So I've got to be able to get it in and out. So let's think here. So this is definitely going to want to come out more here. That's okay there. Let's do this to this. There we go. There we go. That's okay. Right there and there. That'll fit inside. I have to come back here, which isn't a problem because I'm going to run a plate here. We'll run plate up the side, and then maybe I'll have to put something here to enclose it, or maybe I can leave this open. It's not going to go anywhere. It needs to be able to come out. So if I needed to, I could move it back to here. Well, either way, I think that the plates, or this part down here, is going to work for the battery tray. It is a lot taller than I thought it would be, but if I run plate up here, I box some tube here for the top so that it's something can sit on. What I do got to think about is I can't stand on top of the battery. So maybe I run something in between these legs here. That would work. And it'll leave this plug open area here. There's a plug back here, so it leaves that open. And it leaves the key spot here open. So that might work. Yeah, it's just really hard to tell because, like I said, I've never done this before, so I'm kind of just winging what I'm doing here. Looking for my, just use this one for now. See how level we are. We are not level at all. So here. Alright, 2 level. So we're on the ground. I think I just keep going and just see what happens. Like I said, if I ram something from here to here, it isn't going to hurt anything because I can run it. It'll just give it some more support from the front, and I could actually probably run a little box tube from here to here. It'll weld to that. I'll run it down. Plating will go along the side, and I'll dimple die the plating. You'll see the battery through the dimple. Well, maybe not. I haven't figured that out yet. Let's just keep going. We'll see what happens. Worst case scenario, it doesn't work. Let's see what this is doing. I don't want it uneven. Take a little bit out of here because I think it's a little rounded off. Got it. Cut back a little bit on the other one just so that it's a little front even. I think it'll be alright. I'm not going to sweat that little bit of right there. Just need it to be even so that the tray can come around. Board's covering that. I've got some square tube here. As I said, I'm going to run through here, so I'll make this. What I'll probably need to do is make a little support underneath this, which isn't a big deal. I can do a round support. I'm going to notch this real quick because you can use your notcher, which you guys haven't seen yet. You can use your notcher on square tube. So I'll show you really quick how you do that, and then I'm going to cut it where I need it, and then we'll notch the other side, and then I'll make the front part, and I'll have to probably double up on this up front, but no big deal. I'll stick 2 of these together, and then I'll weld them down the seam, grind it flat, it'll look good, and I'll use 2 of these up here. I'll use 1 back here, side to side with the support down at the bottom, and we should be good to go. So here you go, guys. Like I said, you can run square tube. You can run diamond tube on this. It flips to the side to do the diamond tube. So we're going to run the square on here. Little dooby-doo. It's a little thicker. That'll notch that up right where I need it. And actually, hold on, before I go notching. This is actually going to go in. I need it to be flat. So if I'm laying it flat but the tube comes this way, I may have to do it in a diamond direction here. Think about it. Let's see. Alright, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to sideways notch it and see if that gets me where I need to be, and then I can do the adjustment. Because I think, because if I try to notch it this way, the tube's not going to be, because it's got to flow with the back legs, it's going to turn it to whatever direction the legs are in. So I think if I go the diamond way, it's like this, which it does have grooves for. There we go. Alright, so that did work just like I wanted it to. It actually, by notching the side like this, Once it laid into those tubes, it wants to lay flat. So I'm gonna notch the other side, I'm gonna cut it, notch the other side, and then put it on the frame and go from there. All right, I got the tray to work. So I'm gonna go ahead and tack that part in. It's working perfect. It's right where I need it to be. It's gonna sit right there. I'll weld it here, here, here. I'll weld it all over. And then that'll help with where I'm gonna be standing. That's gonna take the plate of the board where I'll stand all the way back to there. So I'm gonna get that welded on real quick. And then we can start putting these lower panels in place and then making a tray, making a metal tray for that, because this is gonna be covered in metal. I hope that that's gonna make this area super strong, which it should. I can't imagine there'd be any flex at all by doing that. So I'm gonna get this welded in, and then I think get this exactly where I need it welded in, start on the tray, and then we'll probably call it a night, because I swear it feels like it's 150 degrees in here. I am sweating. I'm perspiring. I don't like to perspire. I don't know why I live in Florida, but I do. Yeah, so get that on real quick. Give it a little tackaroo. You definitely are going to want to make sure it's level. Alright, so my frame is completely level. Put this up here. Get that to where it is completely level. It's got to be level in two areas. Level there and level here. That should be interesting. So there. Level. There, that's level. That is not. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Again, I can turn my gas completely off. I'm gonna learn one day. It's okay. As long as I got this where I need it, that is where I need it. Pretty good. Oh, I'll weld a gap. I'm a gapper. There she goes. Should still be good. Yes, level on the Monday. Perfect. Now that'll play as a tray. It's higher than I probably want. I don't know. But that'll let the tray come across here. That battery's going to sit directly inside of there. Can't ask much more than that. I think we'll be okay. This will get side welded. I'll weld in the bottom. And I think we'll be good to go on that, guys.